Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be a short, slow flow practice today. You may want a couple of blocks, so you can just grab them, have them handy in case you decide you want them. And then bring yourself to your mat and find a comfortable seated position, whatever works for you. And once you get yourself situated, if it feels okay, you can close your eyes or find a soft and steady gaze. Root down through your sitting bones and down through your pubic bone. Let your feet, your legs get heavy. Find some space up through the spine. Imagine some spaciousness in between the vertebrae and the vertebral discs. Imagine some space in between your ribs. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. You can bring hands to the heart or to the knees or thighs. And just take a moment to land and to check in with yourself and to notice how you are feeling today. Of course, letting go of any judgment and just becoming curious about anything going on with you, physically, emotionally, energetically, mentally, whatever it might be. And as always, I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And if you so choose, you are welcome to carry that intention off of the mat and out into the world with you. And you can begin to flutter the eyes open if you had your eyes closed. And then just begin to rock your body from side to side. And just finding whatever pace feels right in your body right now. And gently opening through the side body. And then bring yourself to center. Now we'll roll the torso around in circles, bringing the ribcage over to the right, and then bringing the torso forward, and then ribcage over to the left, and then torso rolls back, and then you circle yourself around. Again, finding your pace for this, and you can make these circles as big or small as you like. Honoring what's going on in your body today. Every day is different. And as you feel ready, you can switch the direction of your circles. And then bring yourself back up to your starting point, and we'll take it into some seated cat-cow here. So again, rooting down through the foundation. Inhale, begin to lift the heart, draw the heart forward, lift up the gaze, draw the shoulder blades towards each other behind you. And then as you exhale, begin to round through your back, drop your chin towards your chest, round through the back. Roll the pelvis back. And then as you inhale, you can gently pull with the hands on the knees or the thighs and draw the heart forward again. Lift the gaze. Feel the shoulder blades retracting. And then as you exhale, you round through the back. Feel the shoulder blades begin to spread and protract. Chin draws down to the chest. You feel that rounding through the whole back. And a few more times, rolling yourself back and forth. And then next time you round through the back and roll yourself back, stay there and then step your feet out in front of you. So feet forward, knees bent, back is rounded, chin drawing towards chest. And then reach the hands forward and slowly roll yourself down to the mat. So the back, the head come down towards the mat. You can reach your arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, press into your feet. Begin to reach the arms forward and roll yourself up. Feet pressing down into the mat. Hands come to the knees or the shins. Pull the knees wide and lift the heart as you inhale here. And then we'll exhale, begin to round. Knees come back together, back begins to round, and then you slowly begin to roll it down. Torso comes down. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And again, as you exhale, arms come forward. You press into the feet. Roll yourself forward. Hands come to knees or shins. Inhale, you lift up the heart. And then as you exhale, knees come back together. You round through the back and slowly roll yourself back down. Inhaling, arms reach up overhead. And then again, as you exhale, arms reach forward, chin curls to chest, back rounds, and you pull yourself forward. Hands come to the knees or shins, and again, you take the knees wide, draw the heart forward through the arms. And then pick the knees up, cross the shins, reach the hands forward, and we'll step the feet back. Coming through a table, now let's take the knees wide to the outer edges of your mat, big toes coming together behind you, and then draw your bum back towards your heels. You can give the hips a little wiggle. And then we'll take it forward. Inhale as you come forward, finding cow, heart lifts, gaze lifts, and then as you exhale, press into hands, round up through your back. Pull your bum back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale, you soften the elbows, pull yourself forward, heart lifts. As you exhale again, you round up through the back, pull the bum back to the heels, coming back through your child's pose. And then a couple more times, you find your rhythm here. And the next time you land in your child's pose, pause there. Take a few nice deep breaths into the back of your body, to the back of your lungs. And then bring yourself up into table. Draw the knees back in, so knees are about hip width. Tuck your toes under, press into your hands and glide your hips up and back, downward dog with the knees bent. Find some movement here, some little pounces, bending, straightening knees or pedaling out legs, bending one knee, pressing opposite heel towards the mat. Or any other movement that you like here. And then we'll bend the knees, turn the heels to the right, toes to the left. Pull your bum back towards the feet. And then we'll root into the right fingers. Begin to reach that left arm up towards the ceiling. Hold it here, or begin to also reach the left knee up towards the ceiling. And then you can stay here or begin to slowly step that left foot back behind you off of the mat. Point the right toes up towards the bottom of the mat. Take your hand behind the back of your head and then lift up the heart. Begin to make that right leg a little bit straighter. Press it down through that right hand, through the finger pads. Lift up through that right armpit. Wild thing. And then we'll begin to bend the knees. Lift that left arm back up towards the ceiling. Lift that left knee back up towards the ceiling. And then left hand comes down. Left foot comes down to the mat. Let's take it back through downward dog. And then bend the knees. We'll turn heels to left, toes over to right. Draw your bum back towards the feet. And then root into that left hand. Begin to reach right arm up towards ceiling. Maybe also right knee reaches up towards ceiling. Staying really strong down through that left hand, lifting up through the left palm, up through that inner left arm. And stay here, or you can begin to step that right foot back behind the left leg off of the mat. Left toes will turn towards the bottom of your mat, and then maybe hand comes to the back of your head. Begin to spin the heart up towards the ceiling. Wild thing. And then right arm reaches back up. Bend the knees, reach that right knee back up towards the ceiling, and then right hand comes down, left hand comes down. You find your way back into down dog. Bend your knees, crouch yourself down, and now roll yourself forward, finding a plank pose. Shoulders will come forward over the wrists. Press into your finger pads, lift up through your belly, and glide your hips up and back to downward dog. Let's crouch it down again, lift up through the belly, roll yourself forward, coming back into our plank, and then lifting up through the hips. Send the hips back to downward dog. Bend the knees, crouch it down. We'll shift it forward again, finding plank. And then glide the hips up and back, downward dog. And then step yourself up to the top of the mat, feet walk up to meet the hands. Let's bend the knees, send the bum back, and reach the arms forward, finding chair pose. Press into your feet, sweep the arms out and up, palms will come together overhead, and then hands slide to your heart. Bend the knees, sit the hips back, reach the arms forward, chair pose. Press into the feet, reach it up, palms come together, and then we'll fold it from the hips, coming back into forward fold. Give the head a little nod or shake, maybe rock hips. Grab elbows if you like, sway the arms. And then bring it to center. Hands to the mat. Let's step it back into a plank. From your plank, let's lower the knees down to the mat, lower the pubic bone, the belly, the torso, all the way down, hug elbows in, lift your heart up, so you press into your fingers and into your toes. And then release down, tuck your toes, press the hips up and back, downward dog. Bend the knees and crouch down, tiger dog. Now send the right leg up for a three-legged dog. Bend that right knee, draw it underneath your body, core plank, shift it forward. Step that right foot through to the right thumb. Let's drop that left knee to the mat. Reach the arms up, low lunge. And then hands come forward, tuck the back toes under. Begin to lift that left knee up off of the mat. You can have a bigger little bend in that knee if you like. Hug the right hip back and begin to peel the heart back up off of that front thigh. Arms reach back up for a high lunge. And then we'll take the left hand inside that left foot. Begin to bend the right elbow. Reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Little twist here. And then right hand comes down. Let's bend the left knee. Reach the arms back up again, coming back through your high lunge. And then hands come down to the mat. Step yourself back to plank. Drop the knees down. Lower it all the way down to the belly. Hug the elbows in. Lift the heart. Baby cobra or full cobra. And release it down. Tuck toes. Press into the hands, glide the hips up and back. Bend the knees, crouch it down. Let's send the left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that left knee, shift yourself forward, core plank. Step left foot through to that left thumb, and we'll drop that right knee down to the mat. Press into the hands, lift yourself up, arms reach up. Pressing down through feet, reaching up through fingers. And then fingers come down to the mat, tuck the back toes under, begin to lift that right knee up off of the mat. Bigger little bend in that back knee, hug the left hip back, lift yourself up, reach the arms up. And then we'll take that right hand inside of that right foot, bend that left elbow, begin to spin that left arm up towards ceiling. And then left hand comes forward, bend the back knee. Again, lift yourself up, high lunge. And then hands down to the mat. Step yourself back into your plank. And then either drop knees down to the mat and come up through your cobra, or if you like, we'll take it through a chaturanga, low push-up, and then an upward dog. Roll it forward on your toes, bend your elbows. Lower yourself down, elbows stacking over the wrists. Then come on to tops of the feet. Keep the thighs lifted. Pull the heart forward through the arms for your up dog. We'll meet back in downward dog. And then step or hop it up to the top of your mat and fold yourself back in. Sit the hips back, reach the arms forward. Then let's sweep the arms back. Reach the arms forward again, press into the feet, come all the way up, palms together at the heart. Let's sit it back in our chair again. Hips back, arms forward, palms come together, press into the feet, reach the arms up, palms overhead, and then fold yourself in, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands come to the mat, step yourself back into plank. And now you find your vinyasa here, so either coming down to the belly, moving through your cobra, or you stick with your chaturanga. And we'll meet back in our downward dog. From your downward dog, crouch down. We'll send left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, shift forward, step that left foot through to that left thumb. Let's stay up on the ball of that right foot. Right knee bends, you lift yourself up. Now we'll take the weight forward into that left foot. Sweep that right foot forward, bend that right knee, draw that knee up towards your chest. Take palms together at the heart. Begin to slowly send that right leg back behind you as you tilt the heart forward. Palms can stay together, or you can reach arms wide. And then we'll reach arms forward slowly, slowly. Step the right foot back, come onto ball of that right foot. Back into our high lunge. Let's take hands to the mat, step yourself back to plank. Find your flow. Meeting back in our downward dog. Let's crouch it down. We'll send that right leg up, three-legged dog. And that knee shift forward. Step right foot through. Stay on ball of the left foot. Bend the knees, lift up. Arms reach up, back leg straightens. Hips facing up towards the top of your mat. Let's take the weight into that right foot. Begin to sweep that left leg forward, draw that knee up towards chest. Timber. Palms come together at the heart. And then we slowly, slowly begin to send that left leg back. Palms stay together at heart, or arms reach wide. And then arms reach forward as you slowly, slowly step left foot back. Come onto ball of left foot. Lift up the heart. Hands come to the mat, step it back into your plank. And find your flow. And from your downward dog, let's step or hop it up, top of your mat, fold it back in. And then sit the hips back, reach the arms forward. And then sweep the arms back, bring your belly to your thighs. And then reach the arms forward, press into the feet, come all the way up. Palms come back to heart. Bend the knees, send the hips back, chair pose. Press into the feet, rise up, palms together overhead. And we fold it back in, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands come back to the mat, step yourself back to your plank. Find your flow. And then from your downward dog, let's walk the hands back to meet the feet this time. Fold in. And then soften knees, lift yourself all the way up, arms reach up. And then hands come down to heart. Soften the knees, take the weight into that left foot. You can reach arms out to the sides or to the hips, draw that right knee up towards chest. And then send the hands forward, palms forward as you extend out through that right leg. And then bend that right knee. Release that foot back to the mat. Weight into that right foot, soften through that right knee. Draw that left knee up towards chest. Send the hands forward, palms forward, extend out through that left leg. Flex that left ankle, hug up on that left quad. And then release. Arms reach up. Palms together overhead, fold it in. Walk yourself back out into a downward dog. And then crouch it down, send right leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend that right knee, shift forward, step that right foot through. Stay up on ball of left foot. Bend the knees as you lift up. And then maybe straighten the back leg. And now we take the weight into that right foot. Sweep that left foot forward. Hug the knee up towards the chest. Send the palms forward, send that left foot forward, lifting up through that left leg. And then slowly, slowly begin to send the left leg back behind you. Arms reach wide. Arms reach forward again, and you step that right foot back to the mat, coming back up through. High lunge. Hands to the mat. Step it back into plank. Find your flow. And then from your downward dog, let's crouch down and send left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, shift it forward, core plank, and step that left foot through. Stay up on ball of right foot. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Lift up through the belly, reach arms up. Let's take the weight into that front foot. Slide that back foot in, draw knee up towards chest. Reach palms forward. Extend out through that right leg. And then slowly you bring it forward. Palms to the heart or arms reach wide. Right leg reaches out behind you. And then you slowly step ball of that right foot to the mat. Reach the arms up. Back through high lunge. And then hands to the mat. Step it back into plank. And find your flow again. Meeting in our downward dog. Let's pedal out the legs or find some movement again. And then bend the knees, turn heels to the right, toes to the left, root into that right hand, reach the left arm up. Stay here or reach left knee up. And then stay here, or we'll step the left foot back behind the right. Turn the right toes down towards bottom of the mat. And maybe take that left hand behind the back of the head. Lift your heart up. And then left arm reaches back up. Root into that right foot. Reach that left knee back up towards ceiling. And then left hand comes forward. Left foot comes down to the mat. You find your way back into your down dog. Other side, let's twist it to the other direction. Heels left, toes right. Press into that left hand, reach that right arm up. Hold here or reach right knee up. And then hold here or step right foot behind you off of the mat. Turn the left toes down towards the bottom of the mat. Take the right hand behind the head. Press into the left hand and lift up through the heart. And then reach right arm back up, rooting into that left hand. Reach that right knee back up towards ceiling. Right hand comes back down. Right foot comes back down. You find your way into down dog. And then bend your knees. Drop your knees down to the mat. Come back to sit on heels. Drop over to one hip. Swing your legs around. Plant the feet, knees bent. You can step the feet a little bit forward. Reach the arms forward. And then we'll curl it in again, chin to the chest. Round yourself down. Reach the arms up overhead. And then again, we take it forward, hands reaching forward, feet plant down to the mat, hands come to the knees or shins, pull the knees wide, heart draws forward. And then knees come back together, you round yourself back down, chin to the chest, slowly roll it down. Arms reach up overhead. Let's do it one more time. Rooting into the feet, arms reaching forward, hands come to knees or shins, pull the knees wide, draw the heart forward, lift up through the gaze, shoulder blades hugging towards each other. And then let's round it back in, knees come back together, chin to the chest, rounding the back, and slowly you roll yourself down. And then find your Shavasana. Feet wide, arms wide. Give your head a little rock from side to side. And then bring your head to center. And just close the eyes if that feels okay. Rest here. You could bring hands to belly. One hand to belly, one hand to heart, or just keep the arms to the sides. And then stay here for as long as you like. And when you feel ready, and you can invite some movement back into your body. Wiggle fingers and toes. Roll out wrists and ankles. Yawn, sigh, wiggle, stretch. And then roll yourself over to one side, coming through fetal position. And press yourself back up into a seated position. Take palms together at the heart. We'll come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with ourselves. Thank you very much for sharing this slow flow Vinyasa practice with me today. With love and gratitude, namaste.